Hey there! This is a historic moment. Clockwork with John Cleese. It's a movie. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a view. This is a historic moment for me because on January 30th, 2011, that was a Sunday, I uploaded my first fountain pen video on YouTube. And we can talk a little bit about that. But there were a couple of things I wanted to say, reflecting back a little bit. Now, I don't have a script. I don't have a list of notes. I'm just going with the flow here. And I know that some people hate videos where I just talk. So this is not a product review. If you don't like this kind of stuff, of course, you're welcome to leave, right? But I mean, I'm just going to be talking for a bit. So I have done a video a while ago about things I've learned, reflecting on a number of years of reviewing. I don't really want to do that, as in what are the lessons I've distilled from reviewing fountain pens on YouTube. I wanted to talk a little bit more about personal things this time around. So I think for me the place to start is with James Clavell. I read one of his novels years ago, and I remember the acknowledgement he had at the start of the novel. I want to say it was Noble House, but I could be wrong. And I have to quote from memory here, but it ran something along the lines of, "This novel is for you, whoever you are, wherever you are, with deep appreciation, for without you, the writer part of me would not exist." That is quoted verbatim, or at the very least, loosely verbatim, as my friend Yoram would say. This video is for you, whoever you are, wherever you are, both wherever you are in the world and wherever you are in life, what age, what state of life, what you are doing, whatever. It's for you. Without you, this side of me would not exist. And a decade ago, when I was getting into fountain pens, as many of us have, I learned about fountain pens through the videos of Brian Goulet. And Brian Goulet, at some point I emailed him about a Visconti traveling inkwell that I had. I said, "Have you ever seen it?" He said, "I haven't seen it in action." I said, "I could do a review." And he said, "You should." And it's important because it's often small things in life that matter. Had he said, "Yeah, it's not really interesting," or "I can't be bothered," or "Sure," or whatever, like if he would have been lukewarm, I probably wouldn't have made that first video. So first of all, big thanks go to Brian Goulet, because without him, these videos, quite frankly, would never have happened, I think. Now, having said that, I've told that story a couple times, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I mean, obviously, gratitude goes to Brian, whom since I have met, and we have interacted, and we have Skyped, and we've done all kinds of things. So, I mean, that's wonderful. And Brian is a very nice guy, and I'm very happy for that encouragement, which I think I needed at that time. The story of my channel, I don't want to sound like Grandpa tells his life story. So in a nutshell, the channel slowly grew, and as time progressed, it got more and more popular. But back in the day, I think that was relatively easy for a channel on fountain pens to grow, because it basically was Brian Goulet in my channel. That's said without arrogance. I don't think there was much else, at least not on a consistent basis. There were a few videos on pens, but they were typically 1 or 2 videos on a channel. There was something really consistent. So what I'm trying to say is, I did not break through in my mind through any specific qualities of my own, but simply because I was there at the right time, at the right place. Now, having said that, feel free to interject that it's my wonderful style that has made this so popular. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. Sorry. Sorry, but I can only be me. I can't really pretend to be someone else. This is just the way I am. Sorry, I like to joke around about these things. Anyway, Slowly but steadily, that channel picked up. At some point, it was picked up on the Fountain Pen Network, and that gave it a bit of a boost, quite a boost, I would say. At some point, I became a guest, initially a guest, on the Fountain Pen Geeks podcast by Eric and Dan, the Fountain Pen Geeks. At the time, that I think also gave my channel a further boost. And after that, I don't know, it was just these things just grow. Over time, they grow. And now I'm slowly but steadily approaching 55,000 subscribers, which I know is not much as YouTube channels go. There are channels with millions of subscribers. But for a niche like fountain pens, I really don't think it's that bad. And I'm grateful. I'm incredibly, deeply grateful for the viewers who have been with me over the years. Some people, some of you may have subscribed yesterday, so to speak, and of course I'm very grateful for you. But imagine how amazing it is to me that I have people who subscribed to the channel all the way back in the first months it was live in 2011, and who are still subscribed, who've been following my work for 10 years now. That's insane. I mean that in the most positive way possible, right? But it's insane. Think about what that means, that people like what you do enough to subscribe and to stay such a loyal viewer basis. It's really humbling, and that is overall my experience with all this. It's very humbling. And I remember the first time, I don't think that was not 2011, I think it was 2012, that at the Tilburg pen show, the Dutch pen show, at that point the only Dutch pen show, now there are two, I was recognized for the first time. And it's remarkable. And at some point, if you have a YouTube channel on fountain pens, people at pen shows and sometimes in pen shops, which has happened to, they may recognize you. And it's a very peculiar experience. On the one hand, I don't mind being the center of attention. If you have objections to being the center of attention, you probably should not start a YouTube channel. You probably would not start a YouTube channel. But on the other hand, being recognized is humbling and a great honor. And I remember a while ago, this I want to say was somewhere in the range of the I'm inclined to say 2016, in Leiden, where we lived. I was doing groceries in the evening, and I was recognized in the supermarket by my main man Felix, who turned out to be a PhD student in Leiden as well, and who recently obtained his doctorate, for which many congratulations once again. But being recognized in a pen shop or at a pen show is one thing. Being recognized as a supermarket is a whole different thing, right? And that, I think, goes to show how big that channel became. Don't worry, it's not ending, for the record, because I just realized, oh, now people are going to think, oh, this is his farewell video. It's not my farewell video, don't worry. Since then, I've been recognized in a few more places, like malls, for example, in North America, which is also insane. And I'm not saying this to stroke my ego or something. What I'm trying to say is, I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined that one day I would walk through the West Edmonton Mall, which is one of the largest malls in North America / the world, and hear Stephen, and someone walks up to me and we have a conversation. And again, to me, that's been incredibly humbling, and obviously a great honor. So it's a very wonderful experience. So that loyal viewership, it really means the world to me. And I feel that I have met many wonderful people through the span of those 10 years. And in some cases, They have come and gone. In other cases, they're still there. And I'm sure that I'm going to meet more people and will continue to meet interesting, fascinating, wonderful people through all of this, through these videos. If you've been following me for a while, then you know some of the things I've been through, because I was trying to reflect a little bit on that, and just two things in my mind. You may have seen me work towards a PhD and obtaining a PhD in cognitive psychology. You have seen me move from the Netherlands, first within the Netherlands, then from the Netherlands to Canada, then from not quite the East Coast, but the eastern part of Canada to the western part of Canada. And again, not exactly East Coast to West Coast, but it was quite a substantial move. You have seen all that. And that too, even if I don't necessarily explicitly share it, it's noticeable because of the things I post, the background changes, these kinds of things. And that to me is very interesting too. 10 years is a long period of time, right? It's it's a little less than a third of my lifespan at this point, but I mean, still, it's a long period of time. And I just find it amazing and still incomprehensible what all of this has led to. Simple example, Eric, Eric Orozco, that I have done podcasts with, one of the two founders of Fountain Pen Geeks. Eric became one of the greatest friends I've ever had, and still is one of the greatest friends I've ever had. And what is peculiar about that is that had I not uploaded that first video on the Visconti traveling inkwell all the way back in 2011, I would never have met him. And this goes for so many people that I have met, beyond correspondence, but people that I have actually met in pen shops, at pen shows, in different countries, pen shows in the Netherlands, in Germany, in Spain, in the United States, in Canada. It's really, really quite remarkable. And it's moving. It's a moving experience. So I don't want to make this too long and start to ramble incoherently, as I'm fond of doing. But there is a lot more to come as far as I'm concerned. I'm not done with the channel yet. I have a couple of interesting pens coming into review, for example. I also, one of my plans for 2021 was to do a couple more talk videos, so don't just focus on product reviews, but do what I've did, the consult the doctor videos with just talking about pen questions, pen issues. I want to continue my series of videos with Pierre for as long as he's interested in doing it, where him and I just have discussions which I think are, well, it's entertaining to me. I have the feeling that's entertaining to at least a subset of people on the channel. I want to continue to do the Stoicism videos, which are less popular than the pen videos, but those people who watch them typically are very enthusiastic and very positive about those videos. So that's something I want to continue doing. And beyond that, we will see what the future will bring. But I just wanted to take these 15 minutes or so to express my really sincere and deep gratitude for the support that you've given me. Overall, the fountain pen community is absolutely wonderful. And sometimes it is the most massive pain in the ass that I think I have experienced in life. But most of the time, it's absolutely wonderful. And the people in it are absolutely wonderful. And I just wanted to take those few minutes of your time to let you know that. How grateful I am and I hope that we continue to go onwards and upwards unto the next 10 years. Bloody hell, mate. I would be 46. Bugger me. Anyway, who knows? I'm not guaranteeing this channel will continue forever. At some point it may end, because all things must end. But I'm not quite there yet. So, let's see what havoc we can wreak together. Thank you for your continued support. It really means a lot to me. I would point out, simply because this seems a natural moment to do it, because often people ask me, especially when I do videos like this, is there anything we can do to support you? You are by no means obliged to do so, because the videos are free and they always will be. But if you wish to if you wish to support me, if you wish to support me, there is always patreon.com/SBREBROWN, where you can just pledge a certain amount per video, which can be $1 a month. But of course it always helps, and I get something in return. It allows me to purchase pens or lights so that I finally look lit up, and it's not, ew, you don't look lit up properly, ew, I cannot see what you are doing. So that should kind of be solved. I thank you most sincerely, and I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.